We are still on fractions. And we now want to learn something about subtraction of fractions. And under subtraction of fractions we find our LCM, which is the least common multiple. Now we know how to find our least common multiple. So I will write down 3 examples so that we use that questions to illustrate subtraction of fractions. And note that always when you are given the same denominator, you choose one of the numbers as your LCM. But when you are given different denominators, that is where we find out our LCM. Now, let's write this example. I want us to work these examples out. 1. 2/6 minus 1/6. 2. 4 whole number 1/2 minus 2 whole number 1/3 minus 1/4. 3. 5/8 minus 3/4 minus 1 whole number 1/2. So I will use these examples to illustrate subtraction of what? Fraction. Let's take the first example. Example 1. 2/6 minus 1/6. The first step is for us to find our least common multiple. And once you are given same denominators, you choose one of your numbers as LCM. So our least common multiple is 6. You bring your division sign and bring the 6 to the bottom. 6 goes into 6 and 1. 1 times 2 is what? 2. Always don't forget to multiply that number by this number. Minus 6 goes into 6, 1. 1 times 1 is what? 1. So 2 minus 1, we are getting 1/6. 1/6. I'm done with the first example. Example 2. Example 2. We have 4 whole number 1/2 minus 2 whole number 1/3 minus 1/4. So we've now given us our mixed fraction, and as I always say, you change them to improper fraction. Other than that, you cannot solve the question. And to change this, 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1, 9/2 minus 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, 7/3 minus 1/4. We've now simplified the question. And the next step for us is to find our LCM. And the LCM is 12. 12. Because I believe now we all know how to find our least common multiple. That's a least number that is being divisible by this, and it's 12. So 12. 2 goes into 12, how many? 6. 6 times 9, 54. Minus 3 goes into 12, how many? 4. 4 times 7, 28. Minus 4 goes into 12, 3. 3 by 1 is what? 3. 54 minus 28, we are getting what? It's 26. So 26 minus what? 3/12. And 3 from 26 is 23 over 12. We have an improper fraction now, so you change it to mixed fraction. You change it to mixed fraction. And 2 goes into 23, how many? 1 is left with 11 over what? 12. This is our mixed fraction. Let's take our final example. Our final example. Example 3. Example 3. The third example. 5 over 8 minus 3 over 4 minus 1 whole number 1 over 2. I have now given you 2 proper fractions and 1 mixed fraction. And as we always know, you change this one to what? Improper fraction before you start solving. So 5 over 8 minus 3 over 4 minus 2 times 1 is what? 2 plus 1, 3 over 2. And the least common multiple for these 3 numbers, once you work it out, is what? 8. You bring your 8 at the bottom. 8 goes into 8, how many? 1. 1 times 5, 5. Minus 4 goes into 8, how many? 2. 2 times 3, 6. Minus 2 goes into 8, 4. 4 times 3, 12. So 5 minus 6, we are getting negative 1 minus 12 over 8. Negative 1 minus 12 is negative 13 over what? 8. And 8 goes into 13, how many? 1. 1 whole number, 5 over what? 8. But because this negative sign, because of this negative sign, the answer is negative 1 whole number what? 5 over what? 8. Thank you, and this brings us to the end of this session.